Hey guys, Chip here with Main Street Mower. Behind me is the all-new TORO TimeCutter, also known as the 60-volt max. This is the 42-inch model. Give me a few seconds to tell you a couple little details about it, and then we're going to get to cutting. We're going to see how much of this big, beautiful lawn it can handle before the batteries get low, how they look. They say that this mower can mow up to 1.5 acres, which is pretty big. This yard behind me is 1.2. There's some area behind the yard, behind the pool. We're going to mow this front area. We're going to mow the back area. We're going to see how it handles. But guys, first of all, this has two blades. This is based off the same platform and frame and deck that we're so used to with the incredible TimeCutter model. Uses the same blades, same tires, same pretty much everything, but now it is powered by lithium batteries. It comes with 4 individually slotted batteries. They are removable. Those work with Toro's integrated handheld line, so you could put that battery into your string trimmer, your backpack blower, your edger, or whatever. So we're gonna cut this grass at the highest setting at 4.5, and we're gonna just see how it does. I'm gonna go around these trees. I'm gonna see how the handling is. I've used the Toro Revolution commercial stuff, and they've always done such a good job of how they dial in the steering. A lot of electrical products feel very funny, and I'm excited to try this out. Guys, let's get to cutting and see how it handles this beautiful lawn. Come on. Little learning curve here when you're getting it started. Basically, you just crank the key and take off the parking brake, and it's ready to go. The machine starts off incredibly quiet. Before those blades turn on, it's hard to tell the machine is even on. First thing I was doing here is just mowing a quick perimeter, getting a feel for the mower before I really start getting into it. I started by mowing it at 4.5 just to get a feel of it and to trim around the edges, but it wasn't cutting off quite enough, so I decided we're going a little lower. The machine has 2 speed controls. You can put it into a high speed setting or a low speed. So the high speed gives you 100% of the wheel motor's abilities to go quickly. You get your 100% ground speed. It's just as fast as a normal time cutter. But if you put it in the low setting, it felt about 60% as fast. It took me a little bit just to kind of get used to the feel, but the handling is extremely similar to a standard time cutter. I thought it was going to feel a little bit sluggish, but it actually felt really peppy and strong. The transmissions worked very well. They were intuitive, and they turned when I wanted them to turn. It was easy to stay in a straight line. The handling, they mastered it. They've done a great job. I've driven other EV mowers. Toros definitely feel the best, 100%. And this time cutter did not disappoint. It felt as smart and as intuitive as their commercial product. The one thing that was challenging was sometimes turning. The grass was a little bit wet, and I'd be moving forward and go to throw it in reverse, and I would get some wheel spin, which is typical with any machine, but normally you kind of hear it a little more, and with this you don't hear it because the drive system is so quiet. So that took a little learning curve, but it was not a big deal. Once I kind of figured out, hey, that's why I'm not going backwards. It's not that it's lagging, it's that I'm spinning the tire. I figured it out. The actual cut quality of the machine was fantastic. There are 2 cut settings. There's high speed blades, low speed blades. The low speed blades is in an area that's maybe lighter grass, and you want to conserve batteries. You don't need the max strength for your deck. That's when you'd use your low speed blade setting. And then you get into the thicker grass and you want to disperse it as far as you can. You want to have the best quality cut, the front yard, whatever. You put it in the high speed, and it definitely operates a lot better in the high speed. Both cut really well. Both didn't leave much grass behind at all, if any, but you could tell the high speed was a better cutting mode. Oh, I don't know. That's really tight. I don't think it will. Right here, I'm about to measure and go through a side gate. If you walk away from it and leave the key on, which is a possibility, it'll beep at you, which can be kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's much better than leaving your key on all day, coming back to dead battery. So I'm pretty thankful it beeps, because this thing is so dang quiet, there's no other way to tell. One thing to note on these electric mowers is they put low lift blades on them. The low lift blades help you get better battery life, but you don't kick the grass out quite as far, and it loses a little suction. So the cut quality on them is going to be slightly less than a gas one, but you can always upgrade and put the high lift blades on here. You're just gonna get less runtime. I think it's worth noting that at this point, after you've seen me cut that much, I'm at 52% battery. So that's pretty good. I could do twice that much lawn. So we got the remaining portion of the yard. It's a pretty big chunk, and I'd love to see how much battery we got when we're done with this part. So let's keep going. This property was 1.2 acres minus the house. They say this machine's rated for 1.5 acres, and I actually believe it. Because by the time I was done with this property, I had 34% battery left, and there was still, I mean, I mowed a lot of grass, so I think it could handle up to 1.5, especially if you were to utilize that eco mode. I tried to run it in the full blast mode as much as possible. This back section here is a little bit sparser, so I'm gonna put it in the lower cutting setting. I'm gonna put it in the low blade speed to conserve energy back here. And I just wanted to see how much it conserved. I was able to mow this entire section here behind the pool with 1% battery, which is pretty amazing using that eco mode. Also, the grass is thin here. It wasn't very tall. It was hard to see exactly what I was cutting. So I kept going over the same spot because I couldn't really tell where I'd been. So excuse my bad, inefficient mowing here. Overall, I'd say the TimeCutter did a fantastic job. The cut was great. The handling was really good. I was very impressed with battery life, and it was very comfortable and easy to operate. There's no major learning curve here, y'all. You plug it in, you charge it, and you're ready to go. If you're used to TimeCutter, you'll love this. I think it's the right move for Toro. I think they did it the right way. They've waited a long time to come out with it. There's been other EV products on the market. I think Toro took their time and made a better product. Toro's been cutting grass for over 100 years. You know that the quality of the frame, the deck, all that's going to work out great. And they've created such a good service network that you're never going to be left stranded with your Toro. If you have a Ryobi, there's probably not very many servicing dealers. You might have to become a mechanic yourself to fix it, and you're going to be stranded at some point with this big battery piece of junk that's not going to work. But with this, you're always going to have a dealership that has your back. Overall, guys, the TimeCutter is a fantastic product. I really enjoyed using it. I wasn't sure at first when I started using it. I was a little bit nervous, but it works amazing. I would believe in it. I want one for my yard. They are available now. They also come in a 54-inch with My Ride. If you want to learn more about them, check out our website. We got other content. We're going to do a video soon with the 54-inch My Ride. Thanks, guys, for watching.